When I first started acting, it was told to me, by my first agency really, that I had to have a platform and that that's what I had to be. And also,
Oh,
when I
funny.
did television shows when I was younger, they would take us to media training, or they look
Yeah.
at social media, what it does to anyone our age. Is it's such a comparing game, and on to the dogs. And
Yeah.
I was actually just talking about this because my when I first started acting, my mom told me that I had to use my platform for good. Yeah, I had to
Mhm.
be, vocal about things that mattered to me or were important in the world and society, whatever. And I had to get good grades. I couldn't have, not all straight A's. But I remember growing up, and when I started creating this platform for myself, I just thought I am gonna be funny, and I am gonna, or share whatever jokes I find
Yeah.
funny, and I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be myself, and I'm gonna be vulnerable because I want people to be able to watch movies and also get to know the people behind the camera and feel like they're attainable, or realize that people should never be put on a pedestal. Like nobody is more special than another
Yeah.
because of what they do. And then the more I guess I've been exposed to the world in a sense, I people prey on that and
Mhm.
take advantage of that, and they see your vulnerability and twist it in a way that you don't always expect.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
just like it's so, so strange. Sorry, I
Yeah.
don't mean to do this.
No, it's
I didn't even
okay.
feel like I was gonna do this, but it is
Yeah.
like it's like such a hard thing to balance because it's how do you be honest without um jeopardizing your own
Yeah.
health and
Yeah.
safety and feeling like you're it's very easy to feel like almost out of control of things, which
Mhm.
is why it's so important, I think, for people to get off the phone and
Yeah.
experience. And I feel so, so, so grateful to have the job that we have, because to be consistently passionate about
Mhm.
and excited about something every day that I go to work, regardless of the
Yeah.
hours, regardless of the time, regardless of
Yeah.
the stress that it could bring.
Yeah.
It's really such a pleasure, and it's something that I see myself always doing. And
That's amazing. You said it's such with a straight face. I feel like I'm talking to Wednesday.
It's a very Wednesday thing to say.
What if you were to like think back of like one moment where you realized like how much this, the representation part of it meant to people, like what's one moment where you really felt your impact?
When I was going to turn 5 years old, I asked my mom if I could dye my hair blonde, because I really wanted to look like Cinderella, because that was my representation. That was my princess. That's who I wanted to look like. And a couple of years ago, I did this Disney show called Elena of Avalor, and she was Disney's first Latina princess. And Disney flew me out to Disney World for the opening of The Princess in the Parks, and seeing like young Latinas running around in little like Elena costumes, or my character was Isabel, little Isabel costumes, was crazy, because also it wasn't just Latinas, it was young girls of all colors. Sorry, whoa. But it was really, really strange, because that was like such a big deal to me growing up. And for these young girls, that wasn't even a question. Of course Elena's their favorite, or this is why they like her. She was empowering and she was strong, and I feel like that was a moment where I realized, oh, like the work that you do and the representation that is shown, and Latinos being shown in a positive light is like such a big deal, especially when we take up a majority of audiences. It's kind of insane. That was a moment that like I still think about to this day, and it's really, really surreal to me.
Yeah, and you were in my first issue as editor-in-chief, and all the comments were talking about how much you meant to people, and it was just, I feel like we've never had a star like this, so it continues, and I hope you still feel that.
Thanks.
All right, well, I feel like that's a beautiful note to end on. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for joining us. You just stay tuned.